Hi, and welcome back. We are still talking about holidays and why do we celebrate them. This week we've touched on three of our patriotic holidays, which explains why I'm wearing red, white, and blue, our colors of our flag. And today's story is about Labor Day. I've touched on this a little bit about how we need to celebrate the hardworking people that make sure that we have food, and the people that make sure we have housing, and the people that make sure we have clothing, even the people that transport those things from place to place. We've also talked a little bit about this when we talked about what was fair, when we learned about Cesar Chavez, who said, well, it isn't fair the way you treat these laborers in the field. So they need to be treated fairly. So Labor Day is a little bit about a celebration where we remember the fight for people to have safe working conditions and better hours because they help us in so many ways. So I am going to take away the top here so that we can go from page to page in the story. And it's, again, the story title is It's Labor Day, and it's by Francine Thompson. Chapter 1 says, what is Labor Day? If it's the first Monday of September, that means it's Labor Day. For a lot of grown-ups, Labor Day means getting the day off from work. It is also the day when children say goodbye to summer and hello to a new school year. In our district, though, you guys will already have been in school for about 2 to 3 weeks by the time we celebrate Labor Day, just in time to have a little break. Did you ever wonder why Americans celebrate Labor Day? Labor Day is a day for Americans to honor working men and women. Long ago, workers didn't have it easy. They weren't treated well or paid fairly. Their employers forced them to work very long hours, and workplaces were often unsafe. Some people worked every day without a day off. That means 7 days a week, never getting vacations, never getting holidays, never getting weekends. Even young children worked in dangerous jobs. They had no time for school. And the picture up here shows the children working in a factory. And it says many workers belong to labor unions now. Labor unions are a group of people that make sure that all workers are treated fairly. We've talked a little bit about what happens when a lot of people stand up for something and say this isn't right, then things change. Like Dr. King got all of those people to say these rules aren't fair. When he said it himself, or when two or three other people said it, nothing changed. It was when a lot of people get together to say this needs to change. So that's what labor unions do. They get together, all those people. Over the years, our nation has written laws that protect workers. Some laws make sure that workers have safe places to work and that they can take breaks. Other laws say that employers have to pay workers fairly. Thanks to the country's laws, children don't have to work anymore. Laws make sure that children go to school instead of going to work. Labor Day is a day for Americans to unite and say thank you. We thank all of the workers who help us. We thank our bus drivers and our principals. We thank our crossing guards and our teachers too. On Labor Day, you also get to have some fun and celebrate. When we read the story last week about the little boy who changed his birthday celebration from a family dinner to a picnic, some of the things were the same. They still had food. They still had some of the same kinds of food. And he still had his family, but he also added friends and he added some American foods like hot dogs and hamburgers. Labor Day has changed a little bit. In this country, we now have special days to honor all kinds of workers. We have Nurses Week, we have Principals Day, we have Teacher Appreciation Week. So, some of the things that we used to celebrate people for on Labor Day, now we spread them out throughout the year. But Labor Day is still about those people who work in factories, telling them thank you, and people that do things that are essential, like truck drivers who bring us our food. If they quit working, the stores wouldn't have what we need. Other countries also celebrate Labor Day. Canada celebrates it in September, but a couple weeks after we do. Jamaica celebrates it in May, and New England celebrates it in October. Chapter 2 says, let's celebrate. Have you ever gone to a Labor Day parade? Some cities celebrate the holiday this way. You can wave a flag, hold a balloon, or cheer as a parade goes by. Some clowns might even surprise you. Strike up the band. After the parade, some towns have free outdoor concerts. It's nice that almost everyone has the day off. That way the whole family can share in the fun. Some people like to just hear the music, but others like to get up and dance. Something else that has changed over the years is a lot of places that sell things have a sale for Labor Day because some people like to take part of Labor Day to work on their house, maybe painting or changing the furniture. So a lot of places that used to not be open are now. Pack up the picnic basket. Labor Day is a great day to get together for a family picnic. Some families like to meet in a park that has picnic tables and cooking grills. Other families enjoy their lunch on a blanket. Either way is fun. What is your favorite picnic food? In the United States, very traditional picnics, the ones that we used to have when I was a kid, almost always included potato salad and fried chicken and sometimes pie or cake and deviled eggs. Those are some very traditional picnic foods. My mom used to give us a special treat. She would get us yogurt and chocolate covered nuts and raisins. And she would get us dried fruit like dried pineapple and dried papaya. That was my favorite picnic treat. What is yours? Does your family do traditional American foods, or does your family incorporate some of their own culture into the holiday? Maybe you eat empanadas on 4th of July, or maybe you make, I forget what they're called. Jamaican make pates, I think, that have like chicken in them. So maybe your family does some of our celebration and you add some of your favorite foods from your original country. After lunch, family members might want to rest under a shady tree. It's their day off and they've earned the right to relax. Maybe you'd like to play games, toss a ball, play tag, or have a few sack races. It's up to you. Recently, I've seen where people celebrate holidays like this by adding in some more new things, like maybe a challenge off of TikTok. Maybe they do a win it minute to win it activity that they saw on the internet. So those things might replace playing tag or sack races when people celebrate the holiday. Grab your flip-flops and bathing suit. This might be your family's last chance to visit the beach or pool. Go for a swim, jump in the waves, build a sandcastle, or dig a big hole. One of my friends, that's her favorite tradition for Labor Day. She and her family have a picnic at the beach. For most people, Labor Day marks the end of summer. Tomorrow you'll put away the beach toys and take out the backpack. It's been fun, but the holiday is over. It's time to return to work and school. Why do you think the author wrote this story? Is he trying to tell us that we should keep the holiday his way? So he's trying to persuade us? Is it so that we can be entertained? It's a funny story. Or maybe the author is just telling us more facts and making us understand the holiday a little better. Which one do you think it might be? I hope you enjoyed this story and enjoy Labor Day when it gets here.